Hey everyone, welcome to HobbyEXP. My name's Justin,
And my name's Henry.
and do we have something pretty cool for you? We got the starter X for Gundam on release day.
Woohoo.
How good! This will be a four-part series where we'll be looking at each starter deck. Um, Henry, correct me if I'm wrong. We may know the ratios to some of them, but maybe not the
Yes.
contents. Or did I get that mixed up?
No, no, no. Yeah, we should know all the cards that are in the
Okay.
starter decks.
Hmm.
I think maybe one or two we weren't 100% sure on the ratios.
Hmm.
But definitely ST1, we have the ratios for that. So we should know what cards we're getting in there and how many we are getting. Um, but yeah, very excited to see the cards, and I really hope that Cheston's got the Midas touch and he can pull a God deck. That's
If
right, they exist. They exist.
if my luck in One Piece and pulling mangas is any sort of direction of where this is going to go, I don't think it's going to end well. But let's see.
Oh yeah, yeah. Don't put that bad juju out there. Come on, we're gonna pull it. We're gonna pull a God deck.
Yeah, Bandai games will work for us, right? So here we are,
Hopefully.
STO1. Hopefully everyone can see that. We're trying something new, doing all this over Discord. I probably should have done that first and fixed that. Done a full screen. Yeah. So let's dig in. I have been a little bit unwell these past few weeks, and I haven't had a chance to dive into Gundam as hard as I have. So I'm really going into this blind. Henry, you're probably more the connoisseur at this point in time. So,
Yeah, yeah. Who would have thought I was a connoisseur? Really only
ah,
playing this game to provide chess and clout. Uh, but no, it's a really fun game, and yeah, I've actually tested the starter decks quite a lot. So I think after we've opened it and had a nice look at the cards, um, we might have a little bit of a chat on
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, where,
yeah.
where where I think the power level is for each of the starter decks, or at least this specific starter deck,
Mm,
the first starter deck. Because there is also the upcoming, as in so upcoming that they're starting on like this Friday, starter deck events.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. On the same day this video goes up, I'm pretty sure
yes,
there'll be some events happening. I'm pretty sure you and two, and I think even Harry
yes.
are going to some. So that'll be fun.
Yep, yep, yep. So it's a I don't know if anyone's from One Piece will probably know it, but it's like the starter deck event, like super pre-release event. It's not called super pre-release, but it's a similar format. You go there, you buy one of the four starter decks, and then you just play with it straight out of the box. So,
Sweet.
um, yeah, it's really fun format, and yeah, we'll talk about that at the end. But
Yeah.
let's see the cardboard. Let's see the cardboard.
So let's start from the top. It's obviously the OG Gundam and the Witch from Mercury. We've got there's a booster pack includes one of 16 alternate holo cards. Contents 14 commons, 2 legend rares, all the juicy stuff for tokens. The deck obviously, and yeah, I don't even know what a holo is supposed to look like. So fingers crossed. I have
Yep, yep,
seen
yep.
on the old Facebooks that someone has opened one already? Question mark.
A god deck, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. Someone has opened one. So effectively, what a god deck is it's every card is hollow, I believe, in the deck.
Oh yeah.
So, so that's pretty cool. I'm sure there will be collectors with their eyes lighting up at the fact of that, or maybe they're, in despair because they have to get it.
That's the thing that I don't like about this. If I'm going to be very frank with you, it reminds me of Y Schwartz, where people would buy starter deck upon starter deck just to hunt for that, and it kind of puts people off because then people want to have a starter deck to play with their friends and
Yeah.
kids and all that sort of stuff. But
Yep.
it's a great move from Bandai because they'll obviously sell cardboard.
Yes, sir.
But
Hmm.
yeah. So let's see. Anyway, diving into this. Okay, so
Oh,
the OG.
there
So
he is.
maybe I'll say this at the end. I'll say this at the end. All right.
Good idea.
So the bells and whistles, just like your mat, how to play. I'm sure yep, flips to be a mat. Cool. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Nothing else in the box. Groovy. Put that to the side. All right. Okay. So first things first. I have a few beta boxes,
Yep.
and
Hmm.
I can confirm this art is exactly the same, which is kind of cool.
Yep.
Let me just zoom in there a little some for the people at home.
Okay. A very beautiful, beautiful card. This
You
Gundam
want to
card.
see my hands and my fingers?
Very nice. Very nice.
Legend rare. Obviously, the one in the corner is no is there instead of the beta symbols. The Link armor array, that's new. I remember we talked about that in one of our podcast videos where they were trying to zhuzh that up from the beta,
Yeah.
which is quite nice. It's
Make
got a
it clearer.
nice, yeah, nice confetti sort of look,
Yeah.
which is cool.
I might just be completely like misremembering. I mean, I do have one of these in the beta version, but I don't have it right on hand right now. But is this foiling look a little bit different to you, or am I just
That's
like completely?
that's what I mean. It's like a confetti style.
Yeah,
It's still got the outline, which is really cool. Like you can see like the
yeah,
the tracing and all sort of stuff. So that's really nice.
hmm, yeah.
But yeah, all right. Let's see. Let's
We'll have
so
to have a look at that and see if the foiling is different. But hey, maybe, maybe not.
oh,
As Chester mentioned, there's already that little, one instead of the B, I think, which is on the beta card, so a little bit different as well.
so we get two legend rares. Oh,
That's
uh,
the Gundam Aerial.
Ariel. Very nice. We haven't seen this card yet, have we? No, we
No,
haven't.
this is a new card. This wasn't in the beta. No.
Yeah, that's really nice. Oh, even this foiling is different. Like this is like a confetti style. This is
Yeah.
less confetti style. I know this is one of Harry's favorite units. I'm happy to see that it made it. It's also one of the newer series, so I can understand why it would be here.
So
All right, so unfortunately, it's not all hollow, so
no.
big F on that department. But um, your favorite boy, MA form, right? This art's different, I believe, from the
It is
beta.
different. Yeah. Yeah. This is different art, which it looks really nice.
We got three of those. Oh, four of those. I'll be laying this out on the white mat as I take them out carefully, so bear with me.
Yep.
Gun cannon. Oh, a vanilla.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like this card. I really do. Um, it's pretty nice. Pretty strong
Ooh, Kai
in that.
Shiden. Kai
Photo.
Sh
Yeah, it has a nice link with Kai in here.
Granted, he's the one that heals, if I'm not mistaken. You play
That's
him.
right. Yeah, heal
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Mm,
All right, we got three of those. Oh, four of those. Very
4. Yeah.
generous, Bandai. The reason why for that comment, Bandai have, obviously from I've played Digimon, I've played One Piece, and they tend to go with the whole shtick of you need to buy two of each starter deck, which you do if you want the Legend Rares. So I can,
Yeah.
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 But yeah, they've been pretty good.
Yeah.
Four copies of the card.
The commons are good, and at this point in time with limited card pool, it's good to have all the commons and even
Mm,
extra versions of the commons to make additional decks. But yeah, as you said, to get the LRs to the legends,
mm.
the nice shiny ones, you do need to buy 2 of the starter decks to get a play set of 4, and you'll generally want to do that. To be honest with you, if you are thinking of playing this game, that is generally a good piece of advice to get those squared away so you have a play set.
Yeah. Deploy, choose an enemy with two or less HP, rest it. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that.
This is a good card. This is another good card, and another reason why I'm very high on the starter deck. This is a very good card, and good into the kind of play style you want to play with this deck as well.
Hmm. It seems a very controlling sort of thing. You can rest a blocker, you can even rest a unit that maybe has really high attack and has low HP, and you just need to get rid of it because you don't want to
Yep.
give your opponent the opportunity to swing with it and take out one of your units. So yeah, I can see the
Yeah.
value in it.
Yeah. I
So
don't know
right.
what Gun Tank slash the Gun Cannon Gundam did to get such awesome printed cards in this game, but good on them.
Well, I mean, when you're my age and you've seen some of the original series, and if I remember
Yeah.
some of it, it was the predecessor to the Gundam, where they wanted to
You're right.
modify a tank, and hence the name Gun Tank. So,
Yeah.
ingenuity, right? Your favorite GM, right?
I love it. I love it. Very instrumental in helping me win my beta battle event.
Oh
Video of
yes,
that.
Mr. Undefeated Champion. Sorry.
Yes, yes, thank you,
Yes,
thank you,
yes,
thank you.
yes, yes. I should address you by your proper titles.
No, 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 no. I'm going red. No, I'm joking. Um, Ariel?
Aerial
This
bit.
was in the beta, wasn't it? Yeah, this one.
Twas.
Good card though. Good card.
Yeah.
It's got that link with Soletta.
Which is good. Demi Trainer, great. So we got four aerial bit forms. We got four Demi Trainers.
Yeah, we may need
Ooh,
to zoom
ooh.
the Cami Cam out.
Yeah, I
to get
will
those ones. Thank you, sir.
zoom that out just a gooch.
Perfect.
So we get
That's amazing.
the full range. This is a new card, Zawart.
It is.
Blocker. Ooh, 2232 Academy with blocker. That's a nice stat line.
Yeah, but if you read the effect as well, it's interesting.
This unit cannot
So,
choose the enemy player as its attack. What? The
so it
use unit
can't
can
attack shields,
can't choose.
but it can attack units.
Interesting.
hmm
Interest.
It's a good card.
I think that's a good trade-off.
It's a very good card. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
this card's very good, very good. The reason why in my testing what I found it to be very good is that not only is a 3/2 stat line very good, definitely on turn two, the 2 for 2, but because it's a blocker, you can put it down and defend your EX base early from a big
Yeah.
swing and effectively trade as well. So it's really good. And yeah, just because it says you can't attack the opponent, the enemy player, doesn't mean you can't attack their units. So you can attack their rested units. You just can't
Hmm.
attack their shields.
I wonder. I don't know the full rules. I wonder if swinging at shields and bases counts as the player, or just this mean I just can't attack directly, like the player for the game. You know what I mean? I assume you're
Uh,
right though. Bases
yeah,
and shields should count as the player, technically speaking.
yeah, yeah. I believe like as it's programmed in wing table, you can't attack the shields.
Okay.
But again, that might be wrong. But I suspect that's probably the case.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. We got one, two, three of those. Ah, the
Oh boy.
man, the myth, the legend in the demo
Yep.
deck, in the beta box, and now here. Really can't get avoid him. He's just too good.
No, one of the
Uh,
better pilots, if not the best pilot, in my opinion.
Suletta Mercury, love to see
Another
it.
great pilot. Yep.
I'm just gonna zoom in a little
Um,
bit just so I can focus
yeah.
here. Great. One, two, three, ooh, four. Thoroughly damaged, Hayato Kobayashi. Uh,
Mhm.
hit a rested unit for one damage.
Yep.
Three of those. Kai's Resolve. Uh,
We just talked about that card, right?
yeah.
Heals 3.
Ooh,
It's a new card.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unforeseen incident. Choose what enemy unit gets -3 during this turn. If it's a
-3 attack.
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Definitely usable. I can definitely see it being a thing, especially since it's an action. It can
Yeah.
burst main and action, so I think it's definitely can see play, especially for effectively trading,
Yes.
either going into or blocking.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, very cool,
Yeah.
very cool.
It's a good card. Good card in this format too to help those effective trades.
So two of those.
hmm
White base, you love to see it.
Yep.
Three of those. I call this UTS because that's a really long name, and I'm not really gonna gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Three of those, and here we are. The resources: EX base, EX resource, Gundam, gun cannon, of
Tokens.
course, for the white base, and some push out tokens.
Very
So
nice.
that out of the way. Bum ba da bum ba da.
Oh, here we go. What are we gonna pull? I mean, we probably want to pull one of the LRs, right? That's probably the
Yeah, I'm assuming the 16 types means the 16 cards here, right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 16. So one of these 16 cards gets a nice foiling or some sort of thing to it. So yes, I assume the LRs would be nice. If it's a different art to what we see here, oh my goodness, it will be people will chase these boost starter decks purely for this. And yeah.
yeah. All those 16 types have a foil version, right? Effectively.
Yeah.
So you know you can get four of the foil armor arrays. People will want that, right? Or Soletta Mercury, right? Even the pilots have some
Yeah.
pretty big, I guess, value you could say. When you look at what you could pull out of these extra packs. So sorry, just to confirm, Justin, it's only one card, right, in this
Yeah.
pack? Is that what it says? Yeah. Okay.
One card per
Wow.
pack. Wow. Wow.
Wow. Wow.
I have misplaced my scissors, so I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Yeah. Do it raw. You like it?
Love to see it.
Oh, here. Oh. Oh. I saw a bit of interesting color
Oh!
there.
Oh!
No way. Is that? Oh. Wait. Wait. Oh. I thought.
Oh!
I thought it was Ariel, but hey, that is beautiful.
That foiling hits really nicely. Like that The beam
Oh,
blast
yeah.
right there.
That's
Oh,
nice. That's
that
real nice.
that's textured. That's textured
Oh
too.
wow. No way. And I love the kind of the letters, like they're really standing out there,
Mm.
are they textured? The
Uh,
Gundam MA form?
yes, they're like slightly
Yes.
indented.
Ah,
This picture
beautiful.
is normal, as you can see. There's like a little standard and the foiling around it, so it's like a nice, like a
Yep.
like a two-tone sort of type thing
Yep.
going. That's really cool. That is
Beautiful.
awesome. That is
Very
going
beautiful.
straight into a sleeve. But yes,
Yep.
I can imagine people wanting to max rarity this because I'm presuming, yeah, it's ST01, which means you can't get this in the booster pack. So you can't just rip a whole
No.
bunch of booster boxes. People will
Nope.
hunt for starter decks, sorry, just to get cards like this.
Yep. Yep.
Um, yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
So that's the deck.
Um,
Um, Closing
mhm.
thoughts, Henry. What do you think of this deck? I know I've heard a little bit of your
Yes.
opinion, but let's us hear it for the viewers.
Yes, yeah. Viewers, Cheston has heard all my opinions, so poor Cheston. But anyway, um, this starter deck is really good. So if we're going to talk about the kind of format for your starter deck events, so your new starter deck events, I would probably have this starter deck ST1 as the best starter deck.
Okay,
Um,
huge call, huge call.
yeah, big call, big call. But the reasons I have done some testing with all four of the starter decks into each other, and I do think the kind of the reason why this deck is so good is that not only does it have really nice units like what you're seeing on the screen right now, the LRs are very powerful and really strong, but it also has a very straightforward playstyle,
Hmm.
which is really good because it helps kind of understand what you need to do. Like your playstyle in this deck is to, control the board. Kind of, it's not necessarily a full control deck, but more of like a tempo deck. Kind of
Yeah.
tempo mid range. Doing some efficient clearing of the board. Your Gundam's that the Gundam there in the middle of the screen there has repair, so it's kind of naturally good at kind of trading into things.
Very annoying, very
Um,
difficult for smaller decks to deal with, and
that's right.
it gives it's the fact that it gives it AOE buff of +1 AP, which
Yes,
is relevant at times.
very relevant. Mm.
It's
Oh
makes
no,
any
incredibly relevant.
yeah, super
Yeah,
relevant.
no, incredibly relevant. Yeah.
The aerial,
The
really nice as well. Choosing a level 5 or lower, it gets -8, -3 AP. It just helps to swing efficiently, right? We don't have
Yep.
Kira in this deck,
No,
the on swing -2 AP, so this is pretty good.
very good.
Four
Very good.
four, Solana Mercury, so
Goes to a
yeah.
5/6 with Soletta. Yep, goes to 5/6 with Soletta. Now, the reason why I'm really high on this deck is kind of twofold. One, you have white base. So
Mm,
the starter deck format is you will run out of cards in your hand.
makes these guys.
You will run out of things to play. I promise you that it'll happen. There's not a lot of card draw in this format, and white base allows you to just keep pumping out units if they can't clear the base. So
Yeah.
it's very, really good at kind of going wide in that regard late game. On top of that, you have your Gundam there, you have your Gundam MA form, and you have your aerial as well. So you have, so many juicy link targets for those key pilots that you're running in this deck,
Mm,
and those key pilots are Amuro Ray and Soletta. So really powerful component of the Gundam game, the mechanic is that link functionality, and you get a lot of value from that link functionality. So if you can link with the appropriate Gundam, as soon as possible with the right pilot. So in this case, we've got obviously Soletta for the Gundam aerial there. You're really getting a lot of value, and having the ability to not only link with the beautiful LRs you see on your screen here, but for Amuro you have those Gundam MAs, and for Soletta you also have that vanilla Gundam aerial. It just gives you more opportunity, more consistency, more chance to actually see those proper link targets. Um,
yeah.
Whereas some of the other starter decks don't necessarily have that.
You make
So,
a really valid point, you know. All of this
yeah,
is when paired, not when linked, so it makes your life a lot easier. You just need a pilot on it, but obviously if you get the link, you just
a
get
link, yeah,
even more, right?
immense
Yeah.
value from the links.
Mm,
Um, and Soletta and Amuro are probably two of the better pilots, to be definitely honest with you. Like,
mm.
they're really, really strong pilots. I would probably only argue that Kira is maybe better. But yeah, Soletta and Umro really, really strong, really, really strong pilots. So yeah, you're getting a lot of additional value from them, and when you're linking them, you're absolutely cheering. That's what you want to do. So that's where I think the list was at. Now we'll talk about the other starter decks as we go through and review them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you're heading to a starter deck event and you want to maybe sweat it up and try and be the winner, then I would definitely suggest picking up one of these starter decks and picking up ST1, sorry, and I think it'll put you in good stead to maybe win a few games, if not the whole thing.
Yeah, good luck, have fun, and we'll catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.
Peace.